What's going on, people? It's your boy Forde. It's Tuesday the 29th of August. I finally just recovered after a great day at Carnival yesterday. Yes, my feet are still aching, but I'm sure I'll survive. Now, there's plenty of stuff to go around in terms of transfer rumours and stories, but most of it is going out that way, out the door, rather than coming in this way, in the door. So starting off with Grant Hanley, apparently he is subject to a move to Norwich City. Lee Ryder broke the story quite early this morning that there was interest from Norwich City, and then it's later been developed that he will be moving to Norwich City and he'll be having a medical tomorrow, and then obviously then he'll be completing his move for God knows how much money. But again, that's another player off the wage bill. Now, Hanley signed for us obviously last season at the start of the Championship season for £5.5 million from Blackburn Rovers. If we can get anywhere at least half of that, if not close to that as possible, I think that's a win-win for all of us. I don't think it's all about the transfer fee as such. I think it's more about getting these players off the wage bill and let them get on with their lives. I mean, they've got livelihoods to get on with, you know, careers to get on with as well. He's still a young guy. Grant Hanley, Scottish international, should I say, and he's out with Scotland at the moment, I think, when they're about to play Lithuania. So again, it'd be good for him to get his career back on track. Obviously, he doesn't want to be known as the splinter of the team, wasting away on our subs bench as well. There also appears to be interest from Fulham as well, but according to most of the journalists, they are kind of siding towards him moving to Norwich City. So I wish him all the best for that one. So fingers crossed that one can go through, and that'll be another one in recent days moved out the door as well. Talking about more players moved out the door, we're moving on to Jack Colback. Now, apparently there's a rumour of him moving to Hull City on loan, maybe for a season-long loan or maybe a half-season loan. But part of the deal is that we would actually have to pay half his wages. As I spoke about before, he's on a significant amount of money. Rumours are around about 40, 50 upwards. So again, Hull City haven't got that much money to spend, especially on players of Jack Colback's calibre. I know they've collected quite a bit of money from the Sam Clucas sale as well, amongst others, and obviously Harry Maguire. But obviously they do have debts of their own, and obviously they have been spending money of their own as well. So I'm not expecting them to put up the full 40 to 50k a week that we're paying him as well. So again, if that does go through, fingers crossed it'll be a season-long loan, and again, at least that's a significant amount of money off the wage bill for Jack Colback. And I don't think he's going to get into the first team anytime soon, with the emergence of Moreno, Hayden, Shelvey and Diame all in front of him as well at the moment. Moving on to another player that could be going out the door. I'm hating this at the moment because this one is going to really kill me if it does. Dwight Gale, apparently the rumours are starting to snowball a little bit in terms of him being moved out the door. But this one is just a different kind of transfer. I mean, it's still him going potentially out the door, but it's to raise funds. And I don't think if push came to shove, we'd really want to get rid of this player as well. But seeing as he's one of our prized assets and we can get up to £20 million for him, Leeds are apparently sniffing around trying to get a deal done for around about 18 to £20 million, and obviously they've got money to spend now. They sold Chris Wood obviously to Burnley for around about £15 million anyway, plus they've got deep pockets with their chairman looking to spend and get them out of the Championship this season. So again, that's something that could materialise, but again, I've been told that that would only happen if we can get someone to replace him as soon as possible, which I think we're struggling to do so. So again, I wouldn't mind if Dwight Gale stayed at the club for the foreseeable future. That's definitely something I wouldn't mind to see anyway. Moving away from transfer just for a short, brief period. Talking about Mitrovic now. Again, Mitrovic in trouble. They're never too far away. Yes, he had a fantastic game coming on as a sub against West Ham, getting the third goal, putting Joe Hart on his arse, but he couldn't help himself by sticking the elbow on Lanzini and leaving him on the floor. Now, it wasn't picked up by the referee, but obviously after the game, officials and the FA have looked into it a little bit more, and he could be facing a 3-match ban, which I can kind of see why, but at the same time, you've got to be consistent with it all. You know, we've had so much things have gone on throughout the first 3 games. Obviously, the Lejeune challenge by Harry Kane. Harry Kane got a yellow card, should have got a red card for that. And then the challenges on, I think it was on Hayden when he got stamped on, and Mbemba as well in the Huddersfield game. Those things didn't warrant a red card or any free match ban. But yet Mitrovic, who's got a track record, again sticks the elbow on Lanzini, doesn't get seen, but again after the game something happens or could happen, and now the FA are reviewing it and he could potentially get a free match ban. So all of that positive energy that he was building up for this previous week just gone, scoring 2 goals. Now that's just gone out the window if he gets a free match ban. And breaking news now, since actually recording this video and editing it, it has come out as Aleksandr Mitrovic has been charged with an alleged act of violent conduct for his elbow on Manuel Lanzini during the 3-0 win against West Ham. So I didn't decide to take out that bit because I had already edited it down and just thought I'd add this bit onto the end. But as I said, it's just like 2 steps forward and then 5 steps back for Mitrovic, literally. Like, you'll go on, have a wonderful week, score 2 goals, and now this will just absolutely cast a whole big giant cloud over his really good work. And this is the reason why he doesn't start, I'm guessing. I mean, he's just proved it over time and time again. Now we're going on about signing Gal, but again, surely shouldn't we be selling Mitrovic if this is a guy that's letting us down? Yes, he's getting 2 goals in a week, but at the same time, you know, he's costing us, well, he's not cost us points, but again, he's cost us potentially 3 games being away, and we've not even got a whole heap of strikers as it is. This is the sort of guy that we want to lead the line. It just goes without saying, really, doesn't it? Right, and then heading back on over to transfers now with Ashraf Lazar, another player that we're looking to move out the door. Again, there's a lot of interest from Italian clubs and Spanish as well, with the likes of Benevento, Bologna, Atalanta, all sniffing around him, as well as Real Betis in Spain as well. So again, he looks to be one potentially moving out the door, obviously before this transfer window comes to an end at the end of this week, really, or end of this month, sorry, should I say. So that is it, all potentially going out the door. Not many coming through the door. We're still waiting to hear about this whole Tagliafico drama. Obviously the agent, as I said yesterday, was in England to kind of hopefully break down and move to Newcastle United. Nothing really has been reported at this moment in time. If anything does materialise, obviously I'll let you guys know, or you'll probably see it all over social media. But at this moment in time, we haven't got a left back. Another left back that I would like to see coming through the door is heading off to West Brom, Kieran Gibbs, for £7 million. I know it's half of what we're going to get this Tagliafico guy for, but at the same moment in time, we know what Kieran Gibbs can offer because we've seen him in the Premier League doing it week in, week out for Arsenal and for England as well. So again, it's just a bit of a mad one if you ask me. So anyway, that's enough for me, guys. I'm rambling on now. So Grant Hanley potentially to Norwich, maybe even Fulham, but I think it's going to be to Norwich. Mitrovic could get a 3-match ban. Dwight Gale possibly sold to Leeds just to raise 20 million funds, but only if we get a replacement. And then obviously Ashraf Lazar is out of here, either to Italy or Spain. That is it summed up, and I'll see you guys all soon. Keep it tuned as always. Peace.